I want to work OPENSTAX Chapter 3, number 16 here. We are supposed to calculate the number of moles of compound and the number of moles of each type of atom given these following substances. So in Part A, we're told about propylene. Now, before doing any of these conversions, we need to find the molar mass or the formula weight of C3H6. And the way we do that is we grab a periodic table, and because we have 3 carbons, we multiply that by the number we find on the periodic table for carbon. And I like to use ptable.com as a source for my average atomic masses. And hydrogen, we have 6 of those. And then what we want to do is add up the total masses here from the different atoms. And that gives us the formula weight of this substance. In units of grams per mole. And now you can see how we have a conversion factor, grams per mole or moles per gram. Step 2, we want to convert 25 grams of C3H6 to moles. And so we want moles to be on the on the top of this fraction. So whenever you have a fraction, you can write it in 2 different ways. We could write 1 mole over 42.078 grams, or we could write 42.078 grams over 1 mole, because 42.078 grams is equal to 1 mole. So anyways, when we do this, we get moles of the compound, and that's one of the first things they want to know in this problem. Now, when we get the answer on our calculator, we want to round it off to 3 sig figs because 25.0 has 3 sig figs. So this is 0.594 moles of propylene. Okay, so that'll be one of our answers. Now, from the subscripts of this chemical, we know that 1 mole of the substance contains 3 moles of carbon, or also it contains 6 moles of hydrogen. So we can find the moles of hydrogen by creating our own conversion factor. 1 mole is equal to 6 moles. So we begin with the moles of the compound that we just previously calculated. Okay, and on this fraction bar, we want to position 6 moles of hydrogen on top and 1 mole of C3H6 on the bottom. Another way of saying this is that there's 6 moles of hydrogen per 1 mole of the compound, so we just multiply that result by 6. So 0.594 times 6. Remember, again, 6 is an exact number, so we want to round this result to 3 sig figs. So 3.56 moles hydrogen. Now, what we want to do finally is to calculate moles of carbon. That's the other element in this substance. And we do that by seeing that 3 moles of carbon is equal to 1 mole of propylene. So again, we start with our quantity in moles of propylene. And we multiply by 3 moles of carbon. We want the moles of carbon to be up on top because that's what we're looking for. And down below we have moles of propylene, which is going to cancel. Another way of saying this is that there's 3 times as many carbon atoms per 1 mole of the propylene because of the subscript. So once again, you want to round this off to 3/6, so that's going to be 1.78 moles of carbon. Okay. I provided links for the other parts if you're interested in those videos. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.